not unlimited tonight because I am quite sick. Let's start, shall we? Who wants to do a recap?
Not it.
What did we even do last
That
time?
depends on whether you want to listen to my air conditioner or not when I do the recap.
I vote yes.
Really?
He has deserved the air conditioner. If you live in a place that has 30 degrees, then I will listen to the air conditioner. If that's what I can do.
You're here not to play, but to bear witness. Is that what you're saying?
All right, air conditioner. You can take a time out. It's okay. It's okay. In our last session, we did quite a bit. We got kicking off with... Well, actually, holy shit, I don't remember where we started. Wow. That's almost never happened for me. We started at the end, right after the second council meeting. Rillinid went to go visit the White Spider in the wonderful land of magic, and Wonder Skates and her rolling a 1 on her sense motive check for a diplomatic treaty. Elinary went to handle a certain gnome merchant who was not being very discreet in Fastervault. And then we had another council meeting, and then there was a lot of exploration of the fungal jungle. We got into a fight with some cave fishers, whom some of my viewers really disliked due to the bullshit they pulled. Then we had another council meeting. Then we explored the southwestern portion of the fungal jungle and found cave aurochs. Then we had another council meeting. Then we explored the southeastern portion of the fungal jungle and found some hills. Then we had another council meeting. Then we explored along the the eastern bank of the lake within the fungal jungle. Encountered some Zerf with the advanced template, who had ridiculously high armor class. All the same, we managed to put them down and sell a few into slavery. Or they plain a merchant. Then we had another council meeting, and we ended right after that council meeting, having just been told by Lord Tetherquall, Warden of the Barony, that there was one survivor from this crazy bullshit, dozens of cloaks and umbrellas flying around in the Underdark, which Rillinid, with his amazing knowledge and lore, has deduced to be cloakers. And so the party has just dispersed the council, and will presumably be heading forthwith to at least converse with these cloakers, if not dispatch them. Although it might do well to see how many there actually are, because the damn fool survivor says there are dozens, and we can't take dozens. Also, Rillinid made a lot of fucking money.
And we got chairs.
We got chairs.
And tables.
Redid the upholstery in the council room. That it?
It was very, very important.
Anything else?
I don't think so. No, sounds like it.
Are we good, DM? Uh-oh.
The DM is too busy dying.
Yeah, he's dying.
Oh.
So what are we gonna do now?
We're good. Sorry.
Jonas got holy worded one too many times yesterday.
Motherfucking holy.
Some people might argue that you can never be holy worded too many times.
Zacharias is very resistant
I know a
to
lot
that
of
shit,
people.
at least.
You know,
but
I am
Cash
in
just
that
gets
camp.
wrecked.
100%. I'm in that camp that there's not enough holy word in the world.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure there'll come a time when Rillinid says there's way too many holy words.
Just
Is
you
it like
wait.
always the same holy word, or is that like a holy dictionary?
Yeah, it's like they just speak this celestial super word and everything explodes.
I need holy word in my life like I need my air conditioner.
The thing is, the people who are hurt by the holy word can never know what it is, because whenever they hear it, they get
Exactly.
deaf.
Yeah, it's like speaking the blasphemy. It's the same in reverse. Okay, yes, we're good. And yeah, we'll probably be muted a bit because when I'm not talking, I'm probably blowing my nose and trying to breathe.
Trying to breathe is very important.
Yes, it is. It is also fucking hot, so it's really the worst combination of everything. But enough of my misery. Let's talk about the character's misery.
Yes.
So yeah, the council meeting is adjourned, and you are now free to act whatever you want to do.
Well, we were going to deal with some cloakers of a dozen, 24, something like that. Well, there is no idea what the hell a
going
cloaker
to
is.
buy earplugs.
Sure.
Why?
Maybe not buy earplugs so much as fashion yourself some earplugs with any sort of swab of cotton.
Yeah.
Because Rillinid would be more than willing to tell you that the primary form of sort of the primary danger of cloakers ends up being sound-based. As such, hampering your ability to hear would actually be a service rather than a disservice.
Good thing I actually brought earplugs.
Is it in fact your javelins you jab into your ears?
Oh, Grimith? Did I get
ma'am.
this? That's cat cop to you. Anyway,
Damn cops, man.
I don't have to
Fucking
take this shit
police.
air conditioner.
anyway, the stuff I asked for you to make, is that been made now then?
No, that'll be made during before next council meeting. Rillinid's gonna have to take some time to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it will be fashioned. Just not for the cloaker fight, so if we have a TPK, sorry.
Took your money.
Nothing. I have not removed the money from my inventory yet.
I'm in the same camp.
They're not gonna be removed before I have the item in my hand.
I see.
Well, you know, there is a problem in that without the funds, I cannot construct the item. Need to buy crazy magic shit.
Let's give them first.
Yeah.
But let's deal with the cloakers first, shall we? There's no reason to discuss the other things if we die to 24 cloakers.
Exactly. In that
Well,
case-
Eleanor will be slightly annoyed as we hear that they're sound-based, as this makes them appear to be more dangerous than just, well, whatever really stumbles around these tunnels. She won't say much. Agree with the whole earplug idea.
And Rillinid wants to talk to them, right?
Yeah. Rillinid knows enough about them to know that certainly conversation is possible, and if there are in fact 24 cloakers, I would, Rillinid would rather usher them out of the territory without harassing any more patrols. It'd be a delight. Because these creatures have easily demonstrated that our patrols are meaningless in the face of them, however many there are.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to try Zen diplomacy, where we shoot at all 24 of them.
Well, you know, that's plan B.
Yes.
That's always plan B, in fact.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I like it though. It's like its own brand of diplomacy, the Sin diplomacy.
That's right. You think Z-E-N, like, you know, nice words and phrases,
Yeah.
you know, reflective, like Sinzuni? No.
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 Employ the Sin stratagem. Just kill everything.
That's right. Get out of my land.
It's like the big red button.
Yep.
Yeah, Rillinid
Preemptive strike strategy.
Rillinid will definitely take lead on this one, perhaps leading about like 40 feet away from the group. That way the others can stand away, and, you know, isolation, and if Rillinid should fail with his tongue, it'll be fine. The rest of the party will be clustered together for action. Rillinid will also not be buying earplugs because he's fucking fabulous. Don't want to bar his ears with those.
Of course not.
That's right. I believe we were told that the whole shebang went down in 504.
Somewhere in 504 or 503.
Okay, that's fine. Well, there's not a whole lot of places we can go inside the tunnels, you know, so we will begin the great hunt along the roads.
All right. Are we gonna start singing like Heart or something?
I could,
All right.
but I won't.
Oh.
You can imagine it. You're already feeling bad enough, Jonas. I don't compound the situation.
Oh no, Grimith, your voice brings me endless pleasure. Awkward.
Air conditioner
All right.
will now be talking for me for the rest of the session.
Damn it.
What happens when you make him so hot, Jonas?
You know,
I
can't help it.
I went out for a walk and everything, went to a lovely little Hispanic restaurant, came back before we got this started.
Nice.
It's beautiful out there.
Alright, so you are trying to track the cloakers, basically. That means I would like survival checks.
Track them? They fly, right?
They fly, yes.
We can't really follow any footsteps or anything. We're just kind of walking in that
You know
general
where they're
direction.
gonna go, right?
It's more of a knowledge of the tunnels as such.
Okay.
Sure. Take 10?
Sure.
Go ahead.
10.
That was not a take 10. That was, however, I rolled 11, so that's good.
Well, add a,
I think my skills are still 4 or something.
So we take,
Uh,
that was an 11, add 1 then, if that's going to be a take 10 or it's not a take 10. Yes. 22. Because like, I'm going to add you, I'm going to take 10 and give you a +2, so.
Yeah, that should be a 23. Why the hell are my skills so
That's
low?
25.
The continuing mystery of why sheep's
Yeah,
skills
I
never
just
work
don't
out.
get it.
Yep.
So 25 we're at.
I'm not
Really
even
the-
bothered rolling survival. I'm fucking fabulous.
This is going great for everyone.
It means the only
Yeah.
constant ones.
No one really expects a Linear to track down cloakers, I'm sure.
Oh, she's just...
Dude, just for the sake of it. Like,
Get a
I'm
pride fire.
preparing myself, getting my head in the game.
Exactly.
What time is it? Game.
Oh, wait. Sakari has sense, so how... That does give something to...
Gives a bonus tracking.
Yeah, how much is it?
I have to check.
What's a cloaker smell like, I wonder?
That's a great question.
It's whatever smells completely weird.
You know, I'm pretty sure the books didn't teach real. It's like a scratch and sniff page, and
Scratch a stiff cloaker.
here's what a cloaker smells like.
Oh
God! Oh God!
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible.
Combination of manta ray and moldy cloak.
All right. Well, Rae'nkalar and Sin taking the lead on this.
Meetings in, so we're on 25, I think.
You slowly make your way, down the tunnels and talking, and you do remember that basically in the in the crossing of 503 and the divergence into the Dark Road, there is a series of small connected tunnels. They are usually only accessed by basically climbing up like a 30-foot ledge. Patrols usually don't go up in those tunnels, because, well, that's just excessive work, really, and many people are not really too skilled at climbing there. That seems to their minds, at least, being the most likely place for something flying to hide in that area.
I mean, Elinari doesn't know it.
Well, then would only share that insight and suggest that we just go there.
So Sakai would have rolled a 19.
Not
If
bad.
the trail is fresh. But I don't know how
Oh.
we...
Well, we aren't exactly following a trail, are we? That would imply that they've been here before.
Well, then there is also... they're up in the air, if they're 60 feet up in the air, within these 60 feet he can tell if they are there. If
Right.
around him 30 feet. Down 15 feet.
Okay. Well,
Brian has a good nose, in other words.
you can certainly make your way to that area. And once you do come into that crossing, Sakari will tell Trislin that yes, he smells something very strange has recently passed up towards the ledge.
So how far up is this ledge?
30 feet.
Oh. Well, that's an...
Elinari will look drill in it, trying to stay out of, a good distance away, maybe just being able to see the ledge
That's
where
fine.
she is. She doesn't want to get within these creatures' vision range.
Rillinid can certainly step forward, maybe about a good 60 feet from the ledge, Jonas.
All right.
No weapons drawn, but, looking up.
Yep.
His menacing stone mask. Looking fabulous as always.
Of course.
With the headband. And he will project his voice and say in Undercommon, "You are in the realm of House Vytharia. Present yourselves forthwith."
There is a moment of silence, and then something moves up in the darkness, and from the edge of your dark vision, you can see a very bizarre creature like floating towards you. It looks like a flying horrific manta ray. Like it has this yawning mouth full with jagged teeth, red eyes, and like these hooks sort of attached to its strange wings. It seems to float on like jet streams that you can't really feel or see. It also has like long, like bony, barbed tail that sort of lashes around.
Imaginary jet streams in the Underdark, motherfuckers. Hi, kids.
Hello.
How about you all get back there now? Be pretty.
Well,
that's not scary or anything.
No, exactly. Really does see more of a move up in the dark, but this particular cloak, it seems to have floated sort of up to the ledge and is sort of looking down at him.
Okay. And what they're going to see is an unarmed drow with, several other drow back in the distance.
All right, so I'm gonna have a problem doing voices this session, so you will have to just imagine voices. But the creature, yeah, exactly. Cloaks are very sick. The creature looks down on Rillinid and sort of peers at him with its strange eyes, and it opens its mouth a bit, and you hear this like strange, almost echoing sound, as if many voices are speaking through it. And it does speak in Undercommon, although with a weird dialect. "We are greeting you. We are Hasara. We are meaning you no harm. We are sorry what happened in the past with others like you. We were meaning them no harm, but they were not believing us. We were being attacked. We were only defending ourselves." And sort of floats up there.
Rillinid sort of cracks his head and looks, sort of like tilts the stone mask, looking to the side, and says, "Understandable, your presence here has brought much fear as well as death to our realm. Why are you here?"
The creature floats a bit, and you hear a voice again. "That is a long story." It sort of floats around. And it slowly starts to, float down towards Rillinid. Not really threateningly, just wanted to get closer, probably.
Yeah, not very threatening. It's okay, Rillinid has no doubt.
The creature sort of slowly floats down, and now hovers about 15 feet away from him. Sort of peers at him again with his like hideous face. Says, "We are coming from far away and are looking for a new home. We were cast out, driven away from our homeland. We are seeking a new place to start." Sort of seems to think, and then search for a word, and then it says village.
Elinari's ears perk.
"Allow me to present to you a gift of friendship, showing you that we mean you no harm and we want to be friends." You see one of its tail sort of lashes up and starts digging around like in a fold in one of its wings. And from it pulls what seems to be a bolt of cloth of some kind and hands it over to he puts it on the ground.
Okay.
In front of it.
Rillinid will step forward and lean down to pick up the cloth. Or bolt.
Yeah. It is a bolt of very beautiful, carefully folded spider silk. It is woven, drow make clearly, and also by definitely some sort of master craftsman at Rilland size. It's actually quite valuable. He believes if you sold this, it's probably come down to around 1,200 gold.
Okay. Rilland will sort of look at the gift, realizing that it is in fact valuable, and he will look towards the cloaker, which has so it says, House Vytharia accepts your gift as reimbursement for the chaos wrought. We would be interested in learning more about what you ran from below.
The cloaker Hazara sort of floats about it. It seems like a slight shudder goes through it. And it says, down below are many dangerous drow of House Vytharia. Sort of floats around. Our homeland is far away. Sort of points a little bit with its tail. Far beyond, well, the caverns we travel to go to land below, sadly, are collapsed. He sort of floats about a bit. The region is dangerous. We know that the entire area is racked by earthquakes and cave-ins. We are knowing that it is very dangerous, and we were eager to quickly traverse it.
Rilland will peer around the cloaker to look at the other two forms that he can perceive above the cliffs. How many of you have traveled up to the upper Azathyr, into the realm of House Vytharia?
We are 3, bonded in family.
Okay. And Rilland will, after blinking, he'll say, in exchange for anything that you can provide regarding the dangerous area that you traveled from, we will allow you safe passage through the rest of our realm, as well as recommend a place where you can begin your village.
The cloaker sort of does a little twirl, and it almost looks like the mouth sort of perks up a bit, not looking that horrific for a split second. Almost as if like slightly smiling. As much as it can with that face.
Not nightmare fuel or anything at all.
Not at all. That thing smiling at you.
We're gonna let them live in Festival, right?
And the cloakers move into Festival. That's...
So there were only 3 of them.
We were meeting with drow merchants below. The drow caravans were traveling from the city of Terisia. Sort of floats around a bit. The merchants were speaking that once there was more trade routes in that region, but they were recently collapsed. They were seeking another way through. From the same merchants, we did learn that many dangers lurk in that area. They talked to us about a great invisible killer that stalks the rift, calling it the Blue Ghost.
Blue Ghost, Jonas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, it is a known terror of the area. We traveled through. He seems to be also communicating with the others, but you can't really hear it. It seems more he's telepathically linked with them. We also were discovering an opening into a great cavern. We were seeing beyond that opening that was a land of burning earth and bubbling mud. We also saw lands of green beyond that. We are hearing that within the green lies great serpents and lizards, the sort that have not dwelt upon the world for countless ages. Sort of floats around a bit. We also heard tales of living fire within the rift, We were told that the fire consumes all who enter its domain. We were told that the fire utterly hates all living and spares no one. We were certain that that place was not to be our home. So floats around. So peers don't really. Is this information helpful, Drow of House Vytharia?
Rilnid will nod and say, "Indeed it has been. One moment I will communicate with my family."
Creature says, "Of course," Drow of House Vytharia sort of floats up a bit again. You see the others sort of getting closer.
Rilnid will sign back to the rest of the group that he is not sure whether the cloakers are being entirely honest, that there's only 3 of them, and that it would be most prudent to let them go and send them far away, perhaps to the southeastern portion of the fungal jungle.
Elinere would basically want to know if they intend to start a village with only 3 inhabitants.
She can certainly ask.
So she'll do the sign language for now. I mean, he doesn't know why Rilnid didn't ask, but maybe he just didn't think of it. Because that seems to be a hole. However, she would not want to let them develop. If we could incorporate them somehow, that would be highly preferable to have them develop on their own, and we have to deal with them later on.
Rilnid will quirk his head, like in that dog, like, "Arr?" motion, and sign back. "How would you propose we incorporate them, Elinere?"
Well, I would propose that let them we claim a square for them to live in. They could build a village and live under her rule, and be part of our kingdom. In return, of course, they would get safety, something which they seem to want and seek.
Any particular place you have in mind for where they could make this little home of theirs, Manikai?
Well, that again really depends on how much space they need, and how many of them. I mean, 3 of them. We can fit them anywhere.
Right. The question would be, like, would you want to put them, like, close, like, 704, or what?
Considering they are
704,
flying creatures, they might like to have access to one of the cavern walls to make, like, something like holes or something.
About to say that.
Like nests.
704 might be good.
Okay, if you wanted them that close, I don't know what they eat, but they might be carnivores, and they might eat whatever sort of people we have milling about.
If they eat our people, that's unacceptable.
Well, that's why I wanted to send them as far away from us as possible.
So talk to them about that, I think.
It's all about recommending them a good place to go, right?
I suppose Elinere will then step forward.
The cloaker sort of, looks at her and sort of floats up a bit just to come, and level eye with her.
Yes. She will look at the creature, sort of looking at it, inspecting it as she did when she first met the Skizral, trying to gauge what sort of killing power this thing has that she could utilize at some point. And then she'll ask, "You say you wish to start a village, but there are only 3 of you."
The cloaker spins around and flaps its wings, or glides on the ethereal streams or whatever he does to fly. And he looks at Eldari and says, "Yes, we are only 3.
Will it then not be a very small village if there's only 3 inhabitants?
Yes.
You will not require much space then. Does your people, do you hunt the wildlife? Would you eat our people if we allowed you to live in our lands?
We are hunters by nature, Drow of House Vytharia. We do require flesh for sustenance. We do not wish to hurt your people. So motions to the spot where the bolt of silk lay. We only wish to create a village, to live by ourselves, to start anew.
She sort of looks at them, nods, and says, "Our realm stretches into a nearby area called the Fungal Jungle. It is a wilderness of green and purple and blue. Mushrooms are there. There we have allies, we have forces, and we have many people. We have considered allowing you to place a village inside of that area. We would then help you keep it safe. However, we cannot do so without being sure that you will not cause us many problems."
Cloaker spins around again, looks at Alinari. "We do not wish to cause problems for you, Drow of House Vytharia.